Okay, we start for first chapter. First chapter, we are looking for logic and proof. This one is first chapter, proportional logic. Proportional logic. Basically, proportional logic is logic that you need to understand what is proportional logic. Okay. Okay, propositional logic, also known as financial logic, and also we know as statement logic. It also known as a branch of logic. Basically, logic yang kita apa kita buat ataupun kita faham adalah logik yang menyatakan tentang proposition. We explain about the proposition, we explain about the statement, or we explain about the sentences lah. Okay, and then it is to explicate the more complicated proposition, statement, or sentences, as well as logical properties and also relationship lah. That's why we learn logic and proof lah. Okay, jadi propositional logic ni kalau kita lihat lagi sekali adalah apa tadi yang saya dah nyatakan tadi, lebih kepada dia menerangkan tentang proposition, statement ataupun sentences lah. Boleh baca ke saya punya tulisan ni? Sorry, sentences Okay. Yang ni kita buat untuk kita tengok dia punya logical relationship dan juga properties lah. Logical. Sebab itu kita akan ada, kenapa colour dia tak cantik kita buat colour cantik sikit hitam lah. Logical and also kita tengok dia punya properties properties. Okay. That's why we call it as a propositional logic. Okay, basically to look over the proposition, statement or sentences, and also we look to a branch of logic lah. Ini semua adalah a branch of logic. Okay. Okay, and then logic. What is logic? Basically, when we talk about logic in mathematics, in mathematics, basically it describes the logical or mathematical reasoning in mathematics. Okay, and then it is also important for the program design. Program design basically kalau kita nak tengok, kita nak program teori, model or theory, we are looking into the program design. And this one we are looking for the model. Sorry tulisan saya tak cantik. Modeling modeling also for the theory. Okay. Okay, banyaklah modeling dengan teori ni banyak kita boleh tengok. Teori yang kita boleh kita boleh tengok antaranya adalah model theory, proof theory, set theory and recursion theory lah. A lot of theory that you need to understand later on. Okay, and then basically kalau kita tengok logic ni, kita akan tengok kepada dia punya mathematical logic yang kadang-kala di address sebagai mathematical properties or formal system of logic. Okay, kita ada expressive and deductive lah. Selain daripada itu, kita juga boleh gunakan logic. We can use or implemented logic for designing electronic structure. Okay, this one is the basically introduction introduction for logic. Boleh faham ke? Huda ada soalan ke? Rachel, is it okay? Cindy, boleh? Hakimah boleh ke? Uh, boleh. I try to explain in a plain way to accommodate your understanding. Okay, and then propositional logic is a system based on the proposition. Proposition. And then when you said about the proposition, basically it is very declarative, which means that you need to declare the statement. Okay, proposition is declarative. Okay, and then for the propositional logic, you must infer. You must infer either true or false. Dia tak boleh dua-dua. Dia adalah statement yang bersifat penerangan dan kita boleh bagi tahu sama ada betul ataupun salah lah. Okay. Okay, lepas tu and then we can say that true value of proposition is either true or false lah. And then it must correspond to 1 and 0. 1 and 0. 1 and 0, kenapa kita ada 0 dan 1? Sebab 0 dan 1 ni is a binary representation, representative that can be understood by the digital and also for the computer. Okay, what is the type of propositional logic ni? Ada banyak lah. Kita ada negation, kita ada conjunction letter, kita akan lihat dan discuss lah. Okay. And then we also have conditional and biconditional. Later on later in this chapter, I will explain to you all. Okay, what is the philosophy? The main philosophy of propositional logic? Yang macam saya bagi tahu tadi is a branch of studies yang kita nak combine. Kita nak combine or modify the entire proposition, statement or sentences to form complicated proposition, statement or sentences. Okay, yang macam saya bagi tahu yang ke awal tadi ni, bahawa logik ni kita nak combine a branch of logical combination. Sama ada kita nak buat proposition statement, sentences. Okay, yang mana kita perlukan untuk logik ni kita perlukan logical and also properties lah. Nanti kita akan tengok kemudian lah. Okay, contoh dia kenapa kita perlukan statement tadi? Kenapa kita perlukan, why we must have the statement? Because we want to to describe what is the logical relationship. Logical relationship. Okay, for this one, we can say elephant are smaller than mice. Okay, yang ni statement ke? Kenapa dia statement? Dia describe macam saya bagi tahu tadi. Statement dia describe describe something lah. Okay, it must be describable lah. Can be described. Is this a proposition? Proposition ke? Kenapa? Kenapa dinamakan sebagai proposition? Bukan. Dia adalah expression for the statement judgment. Lepas tu nanti baru kita akan dapat truth value. Truth value sama ada true ataupun false. Okay, proposition ni dia akan menerangkan statement. Okay, yang akan kita express later on, either the statement is true or false. Okay. Ataupun kalau kamu tengok it is understood to be non-linguistic entity which is shared by sentences with some logical expression lah. Okay, nanti kita akan tengok sama ada true ataupun false lah. Okay, yang explaining the true or false lah. Okay. Okay, dah, untuk simple word simple word proposition can be can be proved to be true or false. Okay, can be proved either true or false. Okay, and then it come to what is the true value? False because elephant are bigger lah. Okay, okay boleh ke? Ke dah pening dah? Syahmi boleh ke Najmi? Boleh ke? Ya kan mula-mula okey, lepas tu dah tak okey dah. Okay, kita ada 520 is greater than 111 lah. Okay, both sentences statement ni declarative dia bersifat declarative yang menerangkan is this proposition? Yes lah. Sebab dia nilai dia tu kita akan infer sama ada we infer either true or false. And then what is truth value of this proposition? True lah, because 520 is greater than 111. Okay, kalau kamu tak faham nanti kamu boleh tengok dekat YouTube. Saya dah buat pre-recorded. Lepas tu saya dah buat in recorded. Lepas tu post recorded ni nanti kamu boleh rujuk kawan-kawan kamu punya nota lah. Jadi ada pre and post lah untuk lecture. Okay, and then kita ada statement proposition juga. Y is greater than 5 lah. Is this a statement? Yes lah. Is this a proposition? No lah, because Y ni kita tak tahu lagi dia punya values Values dia dia tak depend pada, is not depending on any values lah. Okay. Because of that, we can conclude that it is not a proposition lah. Okay, and then the true value depend on the value of Y, but this value is not being specified lah. We can call this one is a propositional function or open sentence lah. Kita boleh nyatakan dia sebagai open sentence sebab dia adalah bersifat terbuka lah. Open sentence ni kita tak namakan dia sebagai proposition sebab utama dia adalah dia boleh jadi integer, dia boleh jadi variable, dia boleh jadi character and so on lah. Maksudnya kalau bila kita nak tahu proposition ataupun tak, kita must declare dia punya sifat We must declare the characteristic lah of the statement. Boleh Nabila boleh? Bella boleh? Nabila? Faham Kalau tak faham bagi tahu If you not understand, you can ask in the chat and also you can stop me lah. Okay, ada yang tanya dekat chat, tolong bagi tahu kadang saya tak nampak lah. Okay, Intan. Okay, tak apa. Kalau line tak apa kuat, tengok dekat YouTube boleh. Lepas ni pun tak apa lah. Okay, this one the statement. This one is a logical operator, or we can call it as a compound. Compound statement yang kita akan combine two sentences. Compound proposition is the proposition that we combine two sentences. Okay, first sentences. Today is January 25th and 99 is less than 5 lah. Dia ada dua statement kat sini, and kita akan using the connective. Connective here is connective. Connective is basically is a type of compound proposition. What is the truth value of this proposition? Of course, false. False and false, dia akan jadi false. Okay. Sebab 0 multiplied by 0 is equivalent to 0 lah. Nanti kita akan tengok what is truth value. Okay, this one is the either way. We have perwakilan. denotation. Denotation. We denotes the alphabet P and Q. Okay, P and Q. Both. This one is compound. This one first sentence. This one second sentence. And then the value false lah. Okay. Okay, and then is this a statement? No lah. Okay, because it is not describable. It is more on the instruction. Please do not fall. Please go to class. Please show me something and so on. This one is not a statement. Statement apa tadi? Statement mesti menerangkan sesuatu. Must be representing or describing something lah. It is more on the request. It's more on the request. Okay. Is this a proposition? Kenapa bukan? Kenapa bukan? Uh, yes. Tu ulang-ulang balik lah. Dia tak boleh, dia tak ada nilai. Doesn't have any values. Values kat sini kita akan bagi dia terus values lah. Dia tak ada true ataupun false lah. Okay, lepas tu kita tengok pula and then we look again for the implication for the logical operators. This one we go by the if then lah. If the hypothesis, then we go by the conclusion lah. And then after that we implicate the hypothesis and conclusion. Okay, is this a statement? Yes. Is this a proposition? Yes. What is the value of proposition? Probably false lah. Okay, mungkin betul, mungkin salah lah. Sebab if elephant were red, they could hide in the cherry tree. Boleh ke cherry tree? Cherry tree tu kecil je kan? Okay, jadi kita tengok hypothesis and conclusion. Maybe in some condition or some cases, the hypothesis first and then the conclusion. And then after that, we can see also the conclusion follows by the hypothesis lah. Okay, kita ada dua condition dekat sini. Kita akan ada sama ada hypothesis conclusion ataupun kita ada conclusion dengan hypothesis. Nanti kita akan tengok lah. Okay, this one is biconditional. Biconditional maksudnya dia ada dua-dua arah lah. Okay, X less than Y if and only if ataupun IFF. Nanti kalau dalam exam ditanya IFF, if and only if lah. Okay, yang ni saya dah explain. Jadi tak ada isu nanti kalau kamu nak final exam soalan tu tanya IFF, kamu boleh jawab lah. Is this a statement? Yes. Is this a proposition? Yes lah. Tadi kenapa no? Because it is a truth value does not depend on the specific value X or Y lah. Dia tak depend on X and Y lah. Okay, dia based on kepada apa? Aina? Aina Syuhada? Syuhada ada? Dia based kepada apa? It does not depend on the specific value. Habis tu dia depend on apa? Bukan. Aina, kamu buat apa tu? Main game Ya ke? Dia, it based on a statement lah. Kan pernah saya kata, kan ada statement 1, statement 2 ni statement 1. Ni statement 2. Okay, Syafi'i ada Syafi'i? Statement 1, statement 2 ni dipanggil apa? Kita nak combine statement 1, statement 2 ni kita panggil apa? Syafi'i, come on. Baru lepas ajar tadi. Tapi compound lah. Allah, lambatnya kamu ni. Janganlah macam ni. Kesian kat saya. Macam-macam saya buat. Padlet saya buat. Lepas tu untuk recording pun saya beli juga. Okay, saya nak kamu fokus. Fokus, jangan main game. Kalau dapat jangan main game. Tumpukan pada apa yang kita belajar. Okay, this one is not depending on X and Y. And then we depending on the statement. And then for the statement, we want to combine. And then we have compound statement to joining the proposition. Okay, yang ni combining the proposition, yang ni saya dah explain tadi. Kita nak combine lah single proposition. Yang ni kita gunakan connective lah. Connective, yang ni saya dah bagi tahu tadi, kita ada banyak jenis connective yang kita akan gunakan. Okay, antara connective yang kita akan gunakan nanti, kita akan gunakan negation, kita akan gunakan logical operators lah. Okay, negation kita ada conjunction, okay, kita ada disjunction, biconditional, conditional, implication and so on lah. Okay. Okay, kemudian this one is another example. We have the proposition 1 and then we have the proposition 2 lah. And then logical operator we have and then we have the expression, mathematical expression, compound lah. Compound because we want to combining proposition 1 and 2 lah. Okay. Okay, this one is logical operator, or we can call it as connective. Connective ini nama lain dia adalah compound. We want to combine two proposition bersama lah. Ataupun kita nak combine two statement. Okay, of course lah, kalau kita nak combine ni, kita kena combine proposition sebab dia mesti statement. Okay, yang pertama kita ada negation. Negation ni adalah kalau kita kata hari ni hujan, kalau kita we negate the statement, we can say that today is not raining lah. And then we have conjunction, we have disjunction, exclusive or, and then we have implication. Implication kita akan ada hypothesis and then conclusion lah. And then this one implicate the proposition. And then kita ada biconditional, kita ada macam ni lah dia punya ni. If and only if, IFF. Okay, negation ni saya tak perlu bagi tahu lanjut lah. Kamu dah tahu. If we have P, we negate the P, the values from true can be false, from false can be true lah. And then we have binary operators. Okay, P and Q, it combining two variables. Okay, when we talk about N, kita akan multiply lah. 1 darab 1, 1 darab 0, 0. 0 darab 1, 1, 0. 0 darab 0 adalah 0. Okay. Okay, and then we have N plus lah. This one plus. 1 plus 1, 1 equal to 1, 1 plus ni N juga. N multiply lah. 0 equal to 0, 0. Kalau O baru tambah lah. This one O, we plus lah. 1 plus 1 equal to 1, 1 plus 0 equal to 1, 0 plus 1 equal to 1, 0 plus 0 equal to 0. And then kita ada exclusive O. This one, if the value P and Q true, and then it goes to false lah. Kita eksklusifkan dia. Both same values, kita akan jadi false lah. Okay, and then we have equivalent. Equivalent symbol is not same the equivalent like this lah. Yang ni simbol ni kita gunakan untuk proposition ni. Nanti untuk equivalent yang ni kita akan gunakan untuk apa? Predicate This one we use for predicate. This one we use for the connective connective. Okay, it is different Okay, yang ni kalau dua-dua is true, is equivalent to true lah. Okay, kalau yang ni same as false pun sama juga, dia akan jadi true lah. Equal to true, false, true, so on lah. Okay, yang ni saya kata tadi hypothesis hypothesis. We have if then if hypothesis P, then conclusion Q. This one we go by the implication if then. Okay, true equal to true, true false false, false true equal to true, false equal to true lah. Okay, yang ni contoh dia, contoh implication ni banyaklah implication ni kalau kita lihat imply kita kita tengok pada implication false kenapa dia jadi true Okay, kita ada statement. Let's say if a given number is smaller than 10, then it is also smaller than 100 lah. It is an example of false implies true lah. Okay, and it should be a true statement. Okay, kita ada false and false. Maksudnya if a given number is smaller than 10, false kan? Then it also smaller than 100 pun dia punya conclusion pun false. Okay. Jadi dia punya implication dia kita akan dapat example dia akan jadi true lah. Okay. This one is implication Yang ni dia punya truth table dia. Okay, the truth table of logical implication. Implication also known as a conditional statement. If then is a type of compound statement. It is formed by joining two simple statements with a logical implication, connective or operators lah. We have true, false, true, true, and then false, equivalent to true lah. Boleh Patin boleh? Okay, and then for the implication implication ni saya terangkan lebih sikit. Implication is the fact or state of being involved or connected to something lah. And then secondly, possible future effect or result, consider the implication of your action because we have hypothesis and conclusion. And thirdly, something that is suggested that your implication is unfair lah. Kita ada tiga condition yang kita terangkan lah. Okay. Okay, this one is conditional statement. Is statement that can be expressed if then form. Conditional. And then dia terbagi kepada dua, if and then lah. Kita ada hypothesis if, and then kita ada conclusion then lah. Okay, for this one we have a proposition 1. Okay, hypothesis if I am sick today, then I will not go to school lah. Jadi kita ada I am sick, I will go to school lah. How to make it will not go? We use the negation. We negate. Okay, we negate the proposition. Okay, and then we have a conditional statement. If then P elephant in a red color, kita wakilkan, we denote by P, and then elephant can hide in a cherry tree is conclusion. We denote by Q lah. Okay, kita ada conclusion and hypothesis. Conclusion and hypothesis. This one P implies Q. Okay, and then for this one, Q follows from P lah. Follows from P lah. Kenapa? Why? Because dekat sini kita akan dapati bahawa conclusion at first, okay, and then we go by the hypothesis lah. Okay, yang ni first condition, yang this one is second condition lah. Kalau first cases yang ni, kita akan dapati bahawa P implies Q adalah if then lah. If then condition yang ni it must follows the P lah. Dia kena ikut hypothesis Okay, ni cuma dia punya condition lah. Condition yang kita boleh tengok lah. Okay, yang ni kita akan tengok next week variable. Nanti kita akan sambung lah this one. Before that nanti saya akan bagi dalam YouTube Dalam YouTube kita ada converse, inverse, contra, positive and so on lah. Okay, and then kalau kita tengok exercise tu kamu tak perlu buat. Apa yang kamu perlu buat untuk exercise tu kamu tengok je lah.